Okay, Super Secret Stream number 13. Ooh, starting with the tunnel. I'm just gonna open with the tunnel every single time. I start the stream and then I keep it on the. Oh, I wonder, did it stop on me? Why did it stop on me? Let's see if I'm still streaming. Let's see, apparently I'm live. And, oh, that's weird. Restream stopped on me for some reason. Just refresh that. Because I think, I am kind of curious though here. Does it just have a, does it just suddenly like fade or whatever? If you notice, the further back it goes, the grayer it seems to get. That's kind of interesting. The tunnel. I'm going in the tunnel. To the tunnel. Into the tunnel. Hmm. Okay. Uh, enough of that. Um, okay, Super Secret Stream number 13. Uh, let's go to readout engine on here. Super Secret Stream 13 live now for about an hour. Post. Okay. Then the Rumble. Rumble, it doesn't really matter because I'm not really using these tags or whatever. Um, yeah, this is the soundtrack of SQ3 Pirates of SQ in edlib format. I'm doing 15. Let's see if I can't a few things that I didn't get to this week for only about an hour. Okay, so I'm doing this for just about an hour and oop, Discord. Let's go to the readout Discord. Okay, so okay. Okay, so here's where I left off, right? Um, and that is that the code now locks these things. Except now I don't want to do this anymore this ways. I want to do it a little bit differently. And we are going to go to the door and we are going to remove the we're going to remove the color rect here. Visible, we're gonna chunk that out and create I can leave that print statement in there, I guess. Editor hint store. We're not going to do the color rect here. color rect 2-door. Now, instead of setting that, I'm going to set the visible to oop, visible false. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and value, all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to save this. I'm going to go ahead and reload save scene. Okay. Right. So that means all the doors are locked, and if I go to 2 deal, yeah. So this, right? All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add up to 9. Okay, correct. Okay, I guess let's pull up Grok. I'm gonna be canceling Grok pretty soon, so we're gonna get to do some work here, the room class, and then we're going to go ahead and have it create color X. Okay. For setup visuals, okay, setup visuals. Now when you change, let's see, when you add and remove doors, see, the only way to add doors is, let's see, editor map. There's a billion doors here. Clearing doors array. Moving child door. Create doors from specs. I wish I knew what function I was in. Door. Okay. Add room to editor map. Door detected. Inside tree. Door owner. Locking door. Total doors process setting editor map preference. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Grok here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and give it close, close. Okay, so let's go here. What? Oh, see what I did here. Let's refresh, and then let's pull this back up. So it's, whoa, I got it. No, why did it do that? Okay, there we go. Let's go to chat. Go back to this. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up Grok. New window. I'm only going to be here till about 11:30 or so, give or take. This I want to not be full screened. It's down here. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to Grok, and let's go to my history. Okay. White. Oh, fine. There we go. And we're gonna make this shrink this down a little bit. So we're gonna shrink this down a little bit too. All right. It's definitely not Monday. Saturday night, 3rd, 2025. Approx 10:03 p.m. Please acknowledge. Okay, I just wanted to acknowledge rather than actually tell me anything or do anything. And uh, in the meantime, okay. Okay. I will paste the contents of the relevant script files. Please stand by. Okay. Go to custom save. Select all. Copy. This is the plugin. Save.ge. Although this may not be necessary. Okay. Okay, next is door.pd. Copy. Select all. Copy. V. Enter. Now the room script. Script. Select all. Copy. Control V. Shift Enter. And all. Copy. And finally, the editor. Not the GD script. Control V. Please acknowledge the process. Okay. I don't know if anybody's watching Super Secret Stream. That's okay. I'm just doing it. So if anybody drops by, that's cool. I'm when I do these so that whenever I develop, I have them on stream or on in video or whatever. I press okay. Let's see. The first thing I want to do is what? What did I say? What did I decide I wanted to do first? Um, okay. Um, can you tell me each place I remake the doors? Create new doors. Either remove existing or Okay. It's not that many places. Door nodes are created based on the provided files. Locations here are the specific places. Room GD load from this function loads room data from JSON and creates door nodes based on the doors array in the JSON data. If doors in JSON data block, a new door is created with each door entry. Door create details. Call creates a new door node, which is then added to the room stores array and as a child of the room node. Create doors from specs. This function is called by save room data for room and editor map during the save process to recreate door nodes based on the doors array. Created using, okay, not empty. New doors added to the room stores array, and the child in the room node is replacing any existing doors which are removed earlier in the function. Editor map. Add room to editor map. Function indirectly via load all rooms or add room button pressed. Well, add room to editor map itself doesn't create door nodes. It's called after room create in load all rooms or room create in on add but room button pressed, which can lead to door creation. The actual creation happens in room load data from JSON during load all rooms. It isn't triggered for new rooms on add room button press since room create doesn't create doors by default. However, created by rooms, so it's part of the creation workflow. Summary. Direct creation. Room, okay. Load from JSON, create doors from specs. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that those are the only two places they're created, because whenever doors are created, we'll have to recreate the room, the door visualizations. We'll have to recreate the door visualizations. Yeah, whenever you save it, because I may have remove a door. So create doors from specs only does it when saving, and then room.create from JSON. So those are the two spots we'll have to recreate the door visuals. Please acknowledge. Okay. So would we do it via array, or do we just add them as child nodes and not worry about they're in an array or not? Please just answer the question succinctly. I'm betting that I don't have my audio on. So let's see if my audio is on. Oh, I did turn on my audio. Good, good, good. Sometimes I miss that and I don't do that. Here, let's move this over to my other monitor. Nobody's going to be watching that though, so that's fine. Okay. Add them as child nodes directly and don't worry about storing them in an array unless you need to reference them later for specific operations. Will we need to do that when we start drawing lines to the doors? Lines from the doors? See what it says. Yes, you'll likely need to store the door visualization in an array when drawing lines from doors. It will make it easier to reference their positions and map them to their corresponding door nodes for drawing connections between rooms in your Readout 4.3 project. Okay. And we shouldn't, and I just want to confirm, we shouldn't need to expose them to the inspector, correct? Should need to expose door visuals as they're primarily for visual representation. The viewport can be managed programmatically. Okay. 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 Let me. Should the array not be typed? I noticed early on when I was having some problems, you would suggest changing some of my typed variables to untyped. I guess letting redot infer the type. And leaving untyped can avoid potential type-related issues, as I've suggested before when you encounter problems with strict typing. Read type reference is generally reliable for arrays of nodes like colorrect, and untyped arrays provide more flexibility if oh, somebody reacted to me. Who reacted to me? Right. Um, I got a reaction for my edit stream from earlier. That's nice. That's nice when people do that. Cool. These. Fix one of these. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. I'll leave it untyped. Okay. So first thing I want to do is I'm actually going to do this myself here, and we're going to go into door specs, doors array, bar. They call it door visuals. So door visuals array equals okay, that's cool. We need a function. Set up visuals. Okay, so let me go ahead and ask it another thing. Where are all the places I follow set up visuals? Add room. Oh, looks like I need to clean up a few of these old functions. Give me a few moments more. Okay, so let's go to editor map. Find old. Okay, already we're gonna chunk that out. Chunk that already. We'll chunk out old exit tree. Next, add a room to editor map. The older version. Okay, let's go for what the heck? What? I don't know. When I do this sometimes and I change some stuff, parent equals parent. Okay. Parent. Our owner equals. Wait a second. Wait a second. What is owner? Our parent equals get parent. Parent equals parent. And get parent. Let's do this. Var owner equals get owner. Right? Is that real? So weird. Var owner equals. Oh. I don't know if I strictly need this. I'm not sure. This is just a print thingy, so. But now there's no errors. Let's find old again. Okay. No match. No match. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So, copy. Current editor map. V. And let's go to room. All. Copy. Current room. E. I may need a separate function that creates the do we need a separate function? What does it say up here about set up visuals? Boy, that's a long amount of text. No wonder it's going to start having problems. Um, Set up visuals. Add room to editor map. Okay. I mean, set visuals now. We called it editor map. Okay. I to call set after editor map records. Add into the room node. And type our visuals array, which would be used for drawing. After doors are created to be allowed to reflect the current state of doors array, we can lock these visualizations using edit lock to prevent. Yeah. Um, so I'm going to presume that locking, for instance, an HBox container should lock everything inside the container, correct? Will effectively lock everything inside the container when a node is called using edit lock. The it prevents selection of that. Um, yes. 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 Thinking about the maybe putting them in their own function called setup visuals. So it will create the H box container and add it to the room, and then add all the door visuals depending on how many doors there are as children in the H box container. Container. Then add the door visuals also to the door visuals array. So the first thing I want it to do is check if there's HBox container node attached to the room already, and if so, check to see if there are any room visuals in the HBox container. Then if yes, let's see. First, clear out. Oh. To clear the doors array. Then check those HBox. Yes. Then remove the door visual children. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Okay, oh, new messages. Images, Gravitron 3000. Cool. Let's see. And so check to see if there are any room visuals in the HBox container. Yes, then remove the door visual children. Then remove the HBox container. I'm not sure if there will be a problem. And once all is cleared out, create the new door visuals based on the doors in the room. Add them to the array, then add them to a new HBox container. Then we add the container as a child of let's see. One thing to note, may not need to remove the HBox container because there It will probably always be, well, unless there are no doors. Does that work? Should ask to acknowledge because it's going to try to write the code, which is fine. But anyways, well, maybe let's make it quick because I don't have very long here. So let me do something real quick. Cool. New function set call from outline steps. Clear the door visuals array. Check for an existing HBOX container. Remove any existing door visual children from it. Remove the there are no doors. Create a new door visuals based on the room's doors. Add them to door visuals. Then add them to a new HBOX container. Finally, add the HBOX container as a child of the room. You know that removing HBOX container might only be necessary if there are no doors. Yes, your approach works well and structured. Clearing, checking, removing, conditional removal, HBOX container, creating the door visuals, re-adding HBOX container. Ensures the door visual is always in sync with the doors array, and the HBOX container provides a clean way to group them while minimizing block icon clutter. Add new function. Add the following function. After the resize panel function, okay? Sure thing. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll do this, copy this. And actually what I want to do is I want to go in here first though before I add that. And clean up a few things. Commit domain, push origin, and that's fine. Okay. So right after resize panel, okay, so let's go to resize panel. Resize panel. Okay. Okay, that would be at the end. Okay, no problem. Control V, Control C. Yes. It looks like it's cool. Door visuals. Do setup. I have to find it. Setup visuals. Okay. And setup visuals. That's right, I'll leave that there. We'll call update door visuals. Okay, good. So, and let's go back up to the top. Now, I don't strictly need this, but I'm doing it just kind of for completeness. We're going to do just that. Okay. And let's see what Grok says, because it's going to tell me to, okay. Just setting up the panel. Okay. Update setup visuals function. Okay, save room, GD, delete rooms and test. Okay, we'll delete the rooms and test. Check the hierarchy. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's do it. Alright. This may or may not work, but that's how we do it. Okay. Control S. Scene, reload, save scene. Okay. Alrighty. And let's go into 2D. Okay, so problem here is I see the lock icon. I don't see. Now, I'm not going to move this, but I want to. Okay. I get there is probably. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can see it in the code myself. Let's reload save scene. Reload. Matter here. Um, 8 box. Door size. Minimum size line center. Okay. Okay, so let me grab a screenshot. Take screenshot. Selection, take screenshot. And we're just going to do that. Copy clipboard. Back to Grok. Okay, well, all I see is the lock icon. I don't actually see the color red. Perhaps something to do with how each box container is working. Let's see if I can find it out. Almost done anyways. Who knows? Maybe I'll have another super secret stream tomorrow and be able to fix that. Aren't visible despite being created. Positioning HU outside the visible viewport area. running order. Analyzing screenshot. Okay. Before I change any code, let me grab the output for you. Also, the H-box width can be the width of the panel. In fact, should be actually. But let me paste the output here first before you do anything. Just a moment. Okay, okay, let's go ahead and scene, reload, save scene. Reload, save scene. Let's go ahead and copy. Here's the output. It'll be able to pick out the thing like faster than I would. Probably doing it like a human would, I think. Oh, hello, Kieran. Welcome back. I'm not going to be here for that much longer tonight. Maybe 20 minutes. It could be a little bit longer, but um, it's already 11:18, and all a super secret stream means it means that I'm not posting links of it everywhere like I do on my normal streams, and it's of a non-standard duration and uh, an unusual time, right? Usually it's just kind of at night, and it can be for an hour and a half, whatever. It kind of depends on what I'm doing. So uh, that's cool. Thanks for dropping by. And I do these because I want to make sure I capture everything that I develop on stream, basically on camera. And so to do that, I have to actually start a stream, and that's where these quote unquote super secret streams are about. They're not really secret, of course. They're just not advertised, and I just do it for whatever however length I need or that I want to do that night, and at whatever time I want, basically after hours kind of thing. So, anyways, yeah. So welcome, Kieran. Okay, so let's see. Output logs. Logs confirm are being created correctly is indicated. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just it's like I said, I'm showing everything from start to finish on my game, regardless of how far I get, whatever. So, whenever I need to develop something, I'm gonna do it on stream. I'm not going to do it offline. Although yesterday, day before, I did look up some help on um on my bugs, the problems I was having that I don't have anymore now. Okay, so I'm actually having Grok like come up with come up with the stuff to actually draw the things that you see. Okay, so here, let me show you. Chris, these are the rooms. This is the layout. This is just in the editor here, and these locks right here are basically these door visuals container and door visual to this particular door, to a particular door, a number of doors that you have on here. So basically, you should be able to see this little like square, and it won't let me move it, which is good because it's locked. But you should be seeing this little square which represents the door, and they're actually I'm gonna actually have them all lined up on the bottom of the rooms here. So then and then I'll draw lines to the other rooms, and that way you'll be able to see the connections right away. Anyways, let's see. Be created correctly. Those are still not visible in the viewport. You noted. Confirm the HBox container being created for each room. This happens for all the rooms. See hierarchy. Visual container with the color rect children. Container is locked. Despite creation, the color rect nodes are being visible in the viewport. The lock icon for door visuals container is visible. Yeah, see, uh, this weird stuff, the way that the Godot or Redot UI kind of works is kind of a pain in the butt because you want to do it things a certain way and you try it and somehow it doesn't work because it's not positioned right, or you don't have the anchors right, or you don't have the minimum size, or you don't have I don't know, you don't have it set to the right size. I think it's because it's not set to the right size, and so it's not showing up. Display creation, invisible, indicate rendering. Okay. Positioning error. Calculation of HBox vector centers it horizontally but places at y equals 0 relative to the room's origin. However, the room's panel is positioned above the origin, e.g. panel position. So y equals 0 might still place the HBox container overlapping or behind the panel. Z index. The HBox container color rect nodes might be rendering behind the panel due to its default Z index, likely 0. The panel added first might have a higher rendering order, obscuring the color rect nodes. Layout update. While we called Q redraw on the HBox container, the color rect nodes size and position might not be aligning properly with the container's layout, though this is less likely. And actually, so what I have is I have X Premium right now, which means I have like very few limits to Grok right now. But we're doing it monthly. We're going to try it to see if it gave us any benefit. And yes and no, I'm using it a lot, but I don't know that it's not doing that much more than I would get with free. Free, I'd get about 2 hours on it, and then I'd have to stop and go to something else or whatever, or just go to based on my own thing. Either way, you can create small modules, rules, which makes us not follow Godot's rules. Maybe. I don't know. I made a plugin to add buttons. Well, it's all open source, so you could find a way of probably completely redoing the source if you want to. I'm not that knowledgeable about that kind of stuff. So adjust the Z index, reposition the HBox container. Here's width to match panel. Updated code for. Okay, here's the updated door visual. So let's copy that and we'll try that. Replace it. Okay, let's go ahead and recopy script. Door visuals. Okay, update. Where's it at? Update door visuals right there. And paste. And Control S. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to clear this. And then I want to go ahead and remove all the rooms. The rooms are actually JSON files, so this is just so I can see them in the editor in the 2D workspace. Okay, and I save it, and then I go ahead and reload save scene. Or let's clear this out first completely. And scene reload, save scene. And before I do anything else, I'm going to go check it and see what it looks like. And it's still doing the same thing. Now it's placing it on the left side. Okay, and I need to do another screenshot. Think cancel selection, take screenshot, and we're gonna do the same thing over again. That's fine. Copy to clipboard, and let's go back to El Graco and OP is the here's the output. Okay, select all of it and paste it and enter. Let's see. That moving is just when I moved it manually. So it's still not displaying them. And I should have also said to make sure that the height is at least as big as the square is. Still not visible in the viewport. As confirmed by the logs show the color rect nodes are being created. They're not rendering. You've also moved the room nodes in the viewport as indicated. Creation converse logs confirm visibility issue. Size and layout. Might not be running. Let's see. Huh. Calculated vector 2 width panel, which should be placed below the panel. Nodes might be overlapping the panel or positioning. I don't know. Let's try this again. This is what happened the last time. I had to keep going through and replacing. I think I'm gonna paste. Control S. We'll do this again. We'll go ahead and we'll take these out. Oops. Yeah. Delete. Okay. Control S. Okay. Clear this out. Reload. Save scene. Okay. 2D. Oh, there we. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, ah, ooh. I wonder if it's actually 2020 though, because it looks like it's taller than it is wide. So something there about the size of it. I might have to add a bunch of doors just to see. Okay, that's actually not a bad deal. We'll still have to replace it, and but anyways, there we go. Okay, let's do a copy. Cancel. Take screenshot. Copy clipboard. I can also click cancel here. Let's go back to Grok. Let's go ahead and Control V. Right. Shots again. I shouldn't. Okay. Take screenshot. Copy clipboard. and Control V. What? Let's see if it shows up here. It does show up here, so somehow the thumbnail isn't showing up. That's okay. Let's go ahead and copy that. Here's the output. One thing I notice is that it somehow looks a little taller than wider. Is there a reason for this? This is good though. I mean, this is a start. Now visible in the viewport position. Great everywhere. You know the not visible. See on the screenshot below. Confirms the adjustment of z-index positioning and layout updates. Positioning the show the position. Now places it below the panel, approximately 264 pixels plus 10 minus pixel offset. Position relative to the container. The scene tab shows the correct color at children. The container is locked. Viewport scaling aspect ratio. The readout editor viewport might be applying a scaling factor or aspect ratio alignment based adjustment based on the editor's zoom level or screen resolution, causing it to appear distorted. The editor viewport doesn't always render pixel perfect sizes, especially when zoomed out, or when the differs from the node's dimensions. Layout influence might be reflecting due to its layout properties. Even though the size is set to 2020, control nodes like color rect can be stretched or resized by their parent container if their size flags or custom minimum size aren't enforced properly. The container's height, custom minimum size Y might be causing the color rect to stretch vertically to fit the container's height. Debug size confirmation. The log confirms the property is set correctly, so it's likely with rendering or layout rather than the property itself. To ensure render is a perfect square, we need to enforce size flags to size shrink center to prevent from stretching it. Adjust the Xbox container's height to match the color rect size, ensuring the container doesn't force the color rect to stretch vertically. Verify zoom level. Ensure the editor's viewport zoom level is. You can reset zoom to 100% to confirm. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy that. Replace. Open the scene tab. Save the scene. Reload save scene. Check behavior. Check the output panel. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. And update our visuals. Let's go ahead and take this out like this. Okay. Save it. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Let's go ahead and scene, reload save scene. Let's go back to the 2D workspace, and it looks correct now. It's great. Okay. And okay. Let's go ahead and let's do another screenshot. And okay. Take screenshot. Okay. copy the clipboard. All right, let's go to Grok here. Let's go ahead and Control V. Let's go ahead and copy this. Control V. It looks like it's working properly now. Now, here's the one thing, and that is I want the H box to overlap the bottom line of the room panel, like in the middle of the door visuals. Okay, we'll let it do it. And yeah, I'm about ready to be done, but we'll do this. We'll do this last thing, and then I guess. Okay, so tomorrow maybe if I have some time, I don't know. I'll have to make sure my kitchen's clean, and then I'm probably taking a shower tomorrow. I don't take showers every single day. You know, I do it like every other day. Um, and so I'm doing it tomorrow. So and I do it in the evening. So after I clean the kitchen, I take a shower, and then if I have enough time at the end of the night, I might do another stream where I'll test multiple doors just to see if it works. Okay. So the adjustments is correct. Addressing the request, you requested to overlap the bottom line of the room panel, the middle of the door visuals. Currently, the position 10 pixels below, places fully below the panel. Calculating the overlap. Okay, adjusting the button. Okay, copy. And we're going to fix this. So we're going to go ahead here and paste. Control S. And we are going to go ahead and I probably don't strictly need to remove these, but sometimes I do because sometimes things kind of get in the way, and when things aren't there, sometimes it'll like error and stuff. There's no errors here right now, so it's probably fine, but do it anyways. Okay, so 2D reload save scene did not move it. Okay. Let's do it again. Copy. Go to script. Go ahead and recopy this. I'm going to paste it. Control S. We're going to go ahead and reload save scene. Okay. Okay. So that doesn't work. And I want to make sure that I get this done before I exit. Okay, delete, Control S, clear this out, reload save scene just to make sure, and then go ahead and we're going to do another screenshot. So take screenshot. Okay, copy the clipboard. That didn't move it at all. Output. And let's go ahead and copy the output. V. Sometimes if it gets too filled up, like the conversation gets too filled up, too many tokens or whatever, it might start erroring. So it can start erroring at any moment, and I'll have to start a new conversation. Uh, didn't change as expected. Not overlapping. Being calculated before the panel's layout is fully finalized. Instead of visuals, we can call resize panel to set the panel's size, but this happens just before update door visuals. The panel's size might not reflect its final rendered size at the time. Runs due to layout delays in editor that results in panel size being inconsistent, causing each box to be positioned the same. To ensure the HBox, we need to defer positioning. Gotta do the use call defer thing, and that never works. Updated door user. Okay, fine. We'll do it. Apply the change, and it will probably not work, and so I'll have to. Okay. What the heck? Okay. I don't know what went on there, but panel not declared in the current scope. Panel. It's not. It's its own function. That's why. Okay. Remember, this is a separate function. It's saying panel not declared in current scope online. Copy. Control V. Give me an error. I don't know. I don't like using call deferred. It always wants me to put up call deferred, and it's never worked once. I mean, I'm sure call deferred works fine. It's just whatever it does to use it isn't working fine. Update door visuals. Okay. Fine. Oh. Okay. It's got two functions in here, and integer division. Decimal part will be discarded. Incompatible ternary. Values 579. LC. Control V. That's all. Copy. Mark just ignore. Integer division. Use float. Okay, copy. That's all right. Paste. And chain operator. Panel size of float 584 and integer, not strictly type compatible. Similarly compatible ternary rings we just before. Was it if else? Paste. Right. Hate it when it does that. What do you mean mixed uses? There we go. At least it works now, but it doesn't mean it works. It works doesn't mean it works. All right, delete. Okay, and S and scene reload save scene. Okay, wait, clear that out. Reload save scene. Just see what it looks like first. It still didn't do it. All copy. Still didn't work. No screenshot because it's the same as the previous. It's not moving. Can you revert back to the previous version that doesn't use call deferred and doesn't have that extra function at the end? Hopefully it'll let me restore it, because if it lets me restore it, then I'll end on this, and then so the next time we'll come in here and so I hope it can give me something really quick. It can give me the code It doesn't move. No subsequent repositioning. The here's a previous version that doesn't use the call deferred and omits the position HBox container function as requested. This position HBox at 10 pixel gap. Okay, copy. Okay, and let's go ahead and go to script. Go to update, visuals, paste, Control S. Okay, everything's cool. All right. Let's do this. Delete. Control S. Get this out. Scene, reload, save scene. Everything's good. And it looks like it did. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And I guess that will be just the way I have. Okay. So I will deal with the overlap next time as I need to head to bed. Either tomorrow or definitely Monday. All I needed to do is just kind of respond here. And so at least I made a little bit of progress here. I mean, it got it to where it actually puts them correctly now, sort of. Thank you. I always like to be polite to the AI. Someday it's gonna be like a person, and it'll have its feelings hurt. It won't have feelings, obviously, but it will respond the way a human would. So, anyways, so now I guess the only thing that I should do right now is do my little recording. So for my next time, I actually okay. So I'm gonna still be on the stream, and I'm gonna record and then to add to my next update, which is number 35, which will be next week. Like I'll be editing that next Saturday. Okay, so um, start recording, and I'm still on stream. I know that. Okay, today is Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, and right now I'm on a super secret stream, number 13. And I did get a little bit extra done, which is now we have the um, now we have the visual actually attached to the room, and it's got a container, and then the actual visuals down here, so that all the doors will appear as little squares there when I'm done. But right now this is locked, which means I can't do anything with it. I mean, I can still select. I guess I can still select it, but I can't use it. In fact, I might make it to where these are locked too, as well. Um, well, I don't know if I'll do that, because when you do that, it puts the lock icon over the top, and I kind of don't want the lock icon to be obstructing my view here. Anyways, so that's what I got done today, and this will likely go on next week's update. Okay. Okay, so Kieran, if you're the only one in here, thanks for stopping by. If you're not in here, thanks for stopping by anyways. Next time. Anyone else, thanks for dropping in and looking in. And I will probably see you. Generally, I'll see you on Monday, but if I have enough time tomorrow, I might get back on so I can deal with the overlap issue. Kind of like I did tonight with just an hour and a half or whatever. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the meantime. Thank you for watching.